This Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay campaign has strong language and adult themes.
The enemy within.
Let's hop in. Astrid and Dietrich, you're upstairs. What's going down?
Okay, I stride up to the door where the Moors are at, and I knock firmly.
You hear a voice from behind the door. Who's there?
We are here to examine the contents of the coffin.
And check for certification.
Indeed.
The lock sounds on the door and the handle turns and it opens slightly, just enough for a face with a skull painted on it to peek out from a dark room and ask, "Who are you?"
This here is my associate Astrid, and I am Neumann. You can call me Sir.
And so, here to check our coffin. What? On what grounds?
Do you have valid authentication and certification to carry such an object like that through these lands? We're concerned members of the community.
I'm a Morian priest. What more qualification do I need? But you haven't answered my question. What gives you the authority to knock on my door and start making demands?
Oh. Thing is, we've been informed what's inside, that there's someone inside the coffin.
Yes, a very dead man, and it's none of your business.
Are you sure about that?
Except we heard he wasn't dead.
He's in for a fucking big surprise when we bury him, then.
What was that?
I said he's in for a rather large surprise when we bury him, then.
Ah, okay. Well,
Do you have a proper certification to carry unconscious people through these lands?
No. Who are you, and what authority do you have before I slam this door?
I just
I
answered the
step
question.
in through the door.
Oh,
Get your foot out of my door.
No, I said I stepped through, not I put a foot between the door.
Okay, you'll have to make a test then to push him because he's up against the door. 1 second. Just make it a strength test.
Okay.
Astrid's also ready to lay a ham fist on the door to help.
Alright, I'm going to need that assistance.
Okay, I give you plus 10, right?
Alright, and I succeed. Just.
Okay, I'm just looking up the Morian stats. Okay, I have a strength of 43. Let's see what happens. Oh, shit. Failed by 3 levels. Dietrich, you just shove through him and he falls backwards. And the other 2 Morians are in the room. It's very dark. Coffin's over by the window. And both of them stand up and make it known that they're ready to react to whatever's about to happen. One of them asks, "Who are you?"
I think the question you should be asking is whether we can conclude this business peacefully or not. Now, my associate is going to check on the person inside the coffin.
The two Morians remain stood in front of the coffin, Astrid, and the one that's on the floor is slowly climbing up, and he asks, "Would you tell us who the fuck you are?"
Can I make an intimidation roll
Yeah,
by
of course.
flexing my muscles?
And I better make a contest.
Messages WFRP. Astrid Cranks for levels in. Castle button. Message button. Send the open your button to activate. Press backwards Alice on.
Shit.
Okay, I got 45, so I got roll under that.
Right, I'm back.
They've just busted into the room of the Morians. I failed.
Oh no. And strength. Sorry, intimidation is strength, right?
Yeah.
Badass. That is a marginal success then.
You win. I failed my cool test by 1. Tell us what happens here, Astrid.
Well, Dietrich just announced with kind of brass balls his plans, and Astrid did like the henchman in the movies where she just cracks her knuckles and flexes a bicep, and you can see like the veins pop out, and it's quite intimidating on one that is presumably feminine.
Okay. Well, I act quite. I do my best to act very like this is routine as I walk up to the coffin.
Astrid's also moving with Dietrich to make sure no Morians try anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Make sure they don't
intimidated, so they'll comply with whatever you're doing.
Badass. Do you need any help lifting up the coffin, Dietrich?
Do I?
I don't know, how strong are you?
I'm not strong. I just gesture to one of them, like the Morians, and go, "Open this."
They'll comply. He comes over, they lift the lid, and there is a man laying in there. A man with short black hair and a clean-shaven face. He's lying peacefully with his hands across his chest.
Okay. First thing I'm going to check his mouth. I want to see if he has fangs.
As you reach down and begin to put your fingers into his lips and lift them up, you can hear one of the Morians asking, "What the fuck is he doing?" And you don't feel any fangs.
Fangs and vampires, fangs and vampires go together like gangs and umpires.
Okay, how old is the man?
He looks middle-aged.
Okay. Any sign of any obvious injuries on him?
None.
Okay. Is there see, I buff up, I put my hand over his chest, feeling for a heartbeat.
There's a very shallow heartbeat there, Dietrich.
Well, seems he's alive.
What an interesting. Now, do you guys unconscious man
In a coffin?
Could we close the door and have this conversation?
I think it's best if we keep the door open.
concerned members of the community, after all?
Look, okay, his name is Joseph Aufweiger. He was wanted in Ulm, and he paid us to smuggle him out. So we pretended he was dead, so we could get him out, and they dropped the charges on him. We're bringing him up here, trying to get him to Altdorf. There's supposed to be another boat coming in the middle of the night to pick him up, take him the rest of the way. Look, we're not trying to cause any trouble. We're just trying to make some money here, and he could wake up at any moment. And please, we don't want any trouble.
Why don't you want him to wake up?
Because he's supposed to be in Altdorf already, and we got pissed in the other tavern last night, and we're a bit late.
Ah.
Why was he arrested or wanted?
He was inciting riots in Ulm and a bit of an agitator, and they wanted him. So, time to get the fuck out of town.
Do I recognize it? Do I know of him? Or have I heard of him?
Let me just check my notes real quick. It's up to you, Quincy, if you would know him. He's known in the political sphere of Nuln for inciting riots and, trying to give power to the people, that sort of attitude.
Okay. I think, given that I've come from Nuln, I probably would recognize him, although probably not very well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much are you being paid?
He gave us 30 crowns.
Well, I think this is the sort of thing where, for the right price, we can overlook this. Don't you think, Astrid?
Is Nola a loyal city of the Empire?
Yes, it is.
Then, if he's an agitator, he's working against the Empire, right?
I mean, some people protest a little too hard, but it makes for a healthy empire.
I mean, he might need to be turned in.
He might. I start looking at like the more priests meaningfully.
If we were to turn him into the ravine, do you think, I don't know, she would approve?
I mean, I think they'd be grateful, but that does seem like a bit of an inconvenience, especially if somebody was willing to offer a better deal. Like really, like making like a sort of gesture to my wallet to the priests.
The Morian who opened the door looks to the other Morians and says, "Trust us to run into someone else from Nuln, the greedy bastards. All right, 5 gold crowns."
Okay, I think we're both happy with 5.
He removes 5 gold crowns from the purse and reluctantly hands them to you. Dietrich, he slaps them into your hand.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Absolutely. And perhaps you'll allow us to pray now.
Indeed. Then I pass him like a letter. Next time I advise not keeping this closer to your chest.
Jacob, you fucking idiot. You left the letter in the fucking boat.
Well wishes.
Absolutely.
That 5 gold is out of you, Jacob, not us. You.
Perfect. Well, that narrows it down a bit.
Okay, well, I head out.
Yep. Astrid kind of grabs the door for Dietrich, keeping up the Sir Neumann ruse, and then promptly shuts the door after both of them have exited.
Astrid, as you close the door, the man you saw earlier get off the other boat, who was all over that woman as they were followed by the 2 boatmen into the tavern, he stumbles out of one of the rooms of the inn further down the hall as you both exit. It looks like he's wearing like a woman's robe. It's a little too short, and it's a little revealing at times as he's moving around, but he waves to you both. "Oh, good evening, gentlemen and ladies. Are we all having a good time?"
Well, discussing heavenly matters.
Protecting the community.
I made. Go ahead.
I like how we gave two different answers to that.
He stumbles past and in a very obnoxious way says, I made her see heaven. And he stumbles his way downstairs. Fisk, you see this man in like a women's silk robe stumbling into the bar and up to the innkeeper.
Mhm.
He begins to order a drink and he's laughing and gaudy and pretty obnoxious. One of the Grevin's servants approaches him as he's standing at the bar, and the two of them get into a conversation. His demeanor changes in a matter of seconds, and they begin to get into a heated discussion at the bar. It's quiet. They're keeping their voices down, but you can hear there's tension.
Can I try to overhear what they're saying?
Yeah, make a perception test.
All right. Okay, Google. Roll 2d10.
And 2 for a total of 6.
That's not good. One sec. Let's see what my ability is. Oh, cool. 1 success level.
Excellent.
Assuming it's challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you try to listen in, you can hear them having a conversation, and the servant is saying to him, I know who she is. And he responds, so what is it that you want? You want money? Fucking peasant. You're trying to steal from me? Bribe me? Blackmail me? And woman responds, well, yes, actually. Come to the dormitory later and give me money and I won't tell anyone who you're with. And he waves a hand and says, fine. I'll be down later, wench. And she walks away as he turns back to the bar. He grabs a bottle of wine from the innkeeper and he begins to storm past you in his silky robe.
Okay. Yeah. Not sure whether to strike up a conversation or not. He's probably not in the mood for that. That's interesting, though. It doesn't sound like they're that they are the assassins. It sounds like more that he's part of a scandal or something.
Fisk does what Fisk does.
Yeah.
Jahn, how are you doing outside?
Well, I suppose if no one's going outside, I'm thinking about going inside. No one's trying to sneak out. No vampire dramatically bursting from the window. Can we go inside yet? I think I want another drink.
Lots of ale inside, Jahn.
Delicious ale.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going inside for another ale. I'll see what the state of the tavern's like. Must be getting past bedtime anyway. If there's any suspicious folk, I'll probably find them still up and sneaking around the tavern at this hour.
Fisk, you see Astrid and Dietrich coming down the stairs, and through the front door of the tavern, you see Jahn coming inside.
Okay, I stare daggers at Jahn.
It's cold. Can someone else take a shift now?
Oh,
Well,
Come on, what happened
if
to the
you're feeling cold,
vampire?
then why not head up to bed then?
All right.
I stole one of the leather jacks. I can probably stay outside if it's cold.
Are you saying that you want to stay out? You'll swap with Jahn then?
I could.
Okay. I'll. You know what? I'll join you. But before that, I head to the barkeep, and I say these two aren't to be given any more alcohol. If they are, then our benefactor won't be paying for it.
Would it be acceptable if I gave them some Reik water and billed them?
Yeah, as long as it's not alcohol, they can have what they ask for. You can give them what they ask.
Very good.
Does Fisk overhear this?
Make a perception test.
Okay, Google. Roll 2d10. Roll 1d10. So 30, that's a 2 success levels.
Hey, that's pretty good.
How much?
Yeah,
You're drunk though, right?
I am.
So I think you get negatives depending on how drunk you are.
Yeah, I think it's to agility and dexterity, weapon skill, ballistic skill. Let me double check. Yeah, it's weapon skill, ballistic skill, agility, dexterity, and intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, then he should hear it then.
Mm-hmm.
Bollocks, she said drinks all night.
Well, look, if she gave me authority to decide that matter.
Did she now? Do I believe him?
I don't think I'm telling the truth, so probably not. But
Well, how about we go with a deception from Dietrich and intelligence from Fisk with -20 from your
Okay.
drunkenness.
Okay,
Rest in
Google.
peace, Grimso.
Roll 2d10. Oh, wow. That's quite a bit of negative. Let's...
I got exactly what I needed to succeed. Like 0 success levels.
Let's see. There we go. So 34, that means I got 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 failure levels. I got 7 failure levels on my on telling whether he was lying or not. So I'm like, you did? Oh God. Fine, fine. We'll drink water.
I nod and then I head out with Astrid.
Jahn, as you are making your way upstairs, Bruno sneaks around the corner, the very large man that was arm wrestling earlier, and as he passes you on the stairs, he asks you, "Not coming down for another arm wrestle?"
Oh, and a drink?
Oh, of course.
Oh, let's do it. I think I got told off by, the missus downstairs. Say, oh,
I won't tell anyone if you don't.
Oh, never mind those squares, though. They might be looking for me downstairs. They'll be bothering me about walking around the tavern at night. Which room you staying in? You staying alone?
I'm staying up round the corner, but I'm making my way down to the bar. I'm having a drink.
Oh. Give it 10 for the others to clear out, and I'll try and sneak down.
Yeah, good lad. Fisk, you see the very broad Bruno coming back into the bar, and he gives a big broad grin and looks around the bar in exaggerated caution, scanning for any other guards or members of the group in party. He orders a mug of ale from the innkeeper and says, "Keep them coming." And he sits down with the two boatmen who you were sitting with earlier.
Yeah.
And after a few minutes, there's another arm wrestling contest going again. Astrid and Dietrich, what are you guys up to outside?
Well, Dietrich, did you want us to take opposite watches or case the area together?
Yeah, let's take opposite watches.
Are there any signs or calls you want to let out if you spot something?
I think what we'll do is I'll check. Why don't I check in on you every hour, and after the third hour we swap places. That
Sure.
sound good?
And if you spot anything suspicious, just give a wolf's howl.
Well, shout. We're not trying to be subtle here.
Alright. I think that works too.
Yeah.
Is the woman still in the ground floor, or has she gone up to bed?
She's made her way over to Bruno. And after a few minutes, you hear Bruno say, "All right then, love. Let's try it out then." And she sits down, begins to prepare to arm wrestle Bruno. And there's a man standing next to the table saying, "All right, I'm taking bets on who win here. Bruno or his challenger, Ursula."
Ursula.
How was Ursula getting on with it? Out of character?
With the arm wrestling?
Yes.
If Fisk, are you getting in on the bet or are you observing?
Oh, I'm just observing.
Yeah. As you watch, they begin to arm wrestle, and Astrid is holding her own. Sorry, not Astrid. Astrid is holding her own, and she's fighting against Bruno. And then after a few moments, he manages to bring her hand down. He roars in excitement. He says, "A worthy challenger, nonetheless." And he seems to have given up on the arm wrestling now, and he's just sitting, drinking, having a conversation with Ursula and the two boatmen.
I think I'll mosey on over and see if I can join the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. As you come over, Bruno is describing graphically the last duel he had and how long it took the man to die from inhaling his own blood.
Oh, lovely.
As you sit down, the one of the servers comes over, Fisk, with a tray of drinks and begins putting them down in front of everyone. And Bruno asks you, "You want a drink as well, lad?"
Absolutely.
Yeah, get one for him as well. And Dietrich, did you say you were coming back inside? Oh, we lost Dietrich.
Pardon?
I was asking, are you coming back inside the tavern?
Yeah, I'll come back in.
Okay, as you do, you see Fisk sitting with Bruno, Ursula, the third woman, and the two boatmen. They've all got a drink, and the server brings a fresh ale over to Fisk as you walk in.
Okay, I look down at Fisk.
Does Fisk notice?
He better.
That's up to you.
He better. He's busy laughing and cajoling with the various people, catching up with boat stories with the boatmen and regaling, trying to regale Bruno with the story of the mutants.
Okay. As I walk up, I pretend to stumble and knock over the ale.
Do you have any performance test Dietrich? Any kind of performance skill?
No, sadly not.
Could you make a dexterity test then, please? See how convincing it is.
Okay, I'm not too worried about it being that convincing. Just so long as I knock it over.
We'll say that you knock it over. We just want to see if Fisk can tell if it's intentional or not.
No, apparently I succeed somehow. I've got really bad dexterity.
Okay, so how many success levels is that for you, Dietrich?
0.
Okay,
But
then.
it is a success.
Do you want to try and make an intelligence test, Fisk, against that, or are you going to accept it?
No, I'll accept it, and I'll say, "Oh, Dietrich, are you all right? New friends, old friends, good friends. We're all just sitting around having a drink. Would you like to join us?"
Sure. This is non-alcoholic, isn't it? I say, giving Fisk the biggest death that I can.
Oh, well, Astrid was telling me keep everyone liquored up and entertained, just having a grand old time here. Keeping an eye on the door and eye on the ladies, if you know what I mean.
It is non-alcoholic, isn't it?
Astrid might
Absolutely.
have shared with Dietrich earlier about her suggestion to Fisk.
Suggestion to Fisk?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
To keep everybody, like this, liquored up, just to suss out who's suspicious or not.
Yeah, the thing is, I think Fisk is getting more liquored up than everyone else.
You may be right.
That's his prerogative.
Well, I don't think he's particularly useful at this point.
Hey, Astrid's enjoying the breeze outside.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Astrid. I'm worried about. I'd like Fisk to be able to walk into danger, at least, when it comes. I've given up hope of him being effective, but hopefully he can at least walk into it.
Don't you worry, I haven't said anything about the you-know-whats, he whispers in kind of a hushed shouting, basically.
Yeah. Indeed.
As the two of you are having your hushed yet very serious conversation, one of the bowmen just falls flat on the table. His head just bang straight into the table.
Oof.
And the other bowman looks at him, Vic, are you all right, mate? And he starts shaking him. He's only had one ale before this.
Interesting. Bruno bought the ale, so is the innkeeper suspect? It was the butler did it. Fisk asks, "What's wrong with your friend over there? Is he all right?"
He's out cold. He's breathing. I can feel him. Maybe I'll get him to the dormitory.
Is there still the mug he was drinking? Is there anything left in it?
Yep.
Okay. I quickly palm it and take a look at it.
Are you examining it? Are you smelling it? What are you, or just everything?
Oh, I want to move off to one side and try and cast a spell on it.
Ooh, okay. So you're going to find a little nook, or maybe even outside.
Yeah. One or the other.
Okay. And what's the spell you're going to cast?
It's called Warning. It helps detect if something's poisoned or trapped.
Okay, excellent. So magic is the one thing I haven't done in WFRP yet. So are you familiar with it, Quinty?
Yeah. So
okay.
I love magic.
It's pretty much the same as any other skill test. There are many caveats though. But in this case, if I just pass the skill test and I don't roll doubles, it should be fine.
So that's magic test, right?
It's language magic.
Yeah.
I've got 55 in that,
Ooh,
and I roll a 6, so I
Okay.
definitely pass it.
excellent. So the idea of warning is that it gives you if there's danger.
It gives me a sense of if something's like poisoned or trapped. I'll look up the specific rules though.
Courtney, you were saying about rolling doubles. If he rolls doubles and fails, or succeeds, and
No, if
bad
I just
things
roll
can happen.
doubles, there's a thing called miscasting.
Yeah.
Which can be both good and bad, depending on. Well, it can be good and bad.
It's bad generally, though.
It's always bad.
For how
but sometimes
scary it
it
sounds,
can also
it's
benefit.
often quite disappointing.
Okay,
think-
so
Yeah, it's like 20 different options. 19 aren't very serious, and 1 is you basically die instantly.
I mean, there's 2 different tables.
Oh, the major and the minor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the minor one, yeah, it can vary between irritating. There's one option that means you have to roll like 3 times and apply all the results, or you can go up to the second table. And several of them just kill you, or other things. Like you can, yeah, it can vary.
So like in D&D where you just cast everything, in this go horribly wrong.
Yeah. So you could this spell could in theory kill me if I roll poorly.
It's very hard to cast, but like high level magic is ludicrously overpowered.
Well, actually, it's more like
so
medium
swings
to low
and
level spells
roundabouts.
that are dangerous. Like the difficult things that are difficult to cast, you just don't bother with. It spells more like bolt or blast that just like blow everything up. But
the difficult to cast stuff is the best stuff.
Pardon?
The difficult to cast stuff is the best stuff, but that's like
it takes several turns though. So something
that's like 2,000
blast,
XP away. So
yeah, but something like blast, you can get you can cast on 1 turn if you're good enough, and you can just blow everything up. But yes, so was the mug poisoned?
Yes. So there was a poison in there. Would the spell determine what the poison is?
No, but I think alcohol doesn't count.
So it would be a poison, and you determine that whatever poison it is, it could potentially kill someone, but it's been diluted so much by the alcohol that it's going to have less of an effect.
Wonder if that was meant for Bruno.
Which one's Bruno is the champion, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna head back to Fisk and ask him what alcohol is this?
Just simple ales. If it was whatever I was drinking. Think they must have given him something stronger though. It brought him out cold. Need to get some of that from the bartender.
Yeah, I mean, you can have some of that after the job has been done. Have as much as you like after.
He sticks out his hand and stumbles just a little bit.
Okay. Is there anyone who looks kind of loyally in here?
Anyone who looks what? Sorry.
Is anyone who looks kind of loyally in this pub still?
Royal?
No, lawyer.
A lawyer.
Yeah,
Like
legal.
the scholars?
Yeah.
I think they've gone upstairs at this point.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Who served this? To
Who are you asking, Fisk?
yeah.
What was the question?
Who gave this one out? It's been poisoned.
I believe the bartender brought them up. Was it the barkeep or was it like a serving wench?
Yeah,
it
that's
was
what
a
I'm wondering.
server.
Yeah, and then Bruno ordered them.
Okay. Who? So it was a servant.
Yes, it was a servant.
Okay. Can you point me to that servant?
Fisk squints, kind of like he's having trouble seeing, and then points at one of the servants, which is probably 90% sure that that's the one.
Okay. I put a hand on Fisk's shoulder. Can you go out and fetch Astrid?
Fisk sighs and stands up and says, "Later, gents. Have business to attend to."
Dietrich, as Fisk is going outside, you notice that one of the followers of Moore has come downstairs. He's talking to the innkeeper, and he looks around as he's going to walk back up, and he locks eyes with you and looks pissed off and carries on up the stairs. As he does,
I tip the mug that I'm still holding to him.
and as he storms off, Bruno begins to help the boatman carry the other boatman to the dormitory. And now that the table's empty, Ursula, the woman in furs, goes to the bar, briefly chats with the innkeeper, gives him a few coins, and then heads on upstairs. Fisk will hand over to you.
He stumbles out of the inn towards Astrid.
You look like shit, Fisk. Are you okay?
I'm all right. You should be worried about Dietrich. She's or he, right?
Yeah.
I think he's a he. He
He's
looks
stumbling around. He knocked over my drink inside. Really clumsy, that one.
Well, that's rude of him.
I know it. And he told me something strange. Apparently, one of the boatmen inside his mead, his ale was poisoned. He wanted us to group up and possibly do something about it.
Poisoned? Like,
If you ask me, it may have just been a strong ale, but the man fell unconscious. His head slammed right into the table, leave a massive mark, I bet.
oh, shit. Come on, let's go inside. This probably isn't good. Do you have your weapons on you, Fisk?
Always.
Can you use them?
He grins and says, I think we're gonna find out.
Ulrich bless us. With that, Astrid, assuming Fisk doesn't need any help getting orientated in the general direction of the tavern, she's gonna stalk with a purpose inside, looking for Dietrich.
All right. Fisk follows.
Mm-hmm. And she has a hand on her short sword as well. Barging inside the tavern, what is the lay of the land that the two of us see?
What do you see when you come in?
Yep.
So it's pretty much clear at this point, the tavern. There'll be Dietrich in there, servers, the innkeeper. Pretty much everyone else has gone to bed except Bruno comes back out of the dormitory after helping the boatmen in. And then 1 second, just grab my notes.
Mhm.
The slender man that you saw outside the tavern with a pointed grey beard comes down the stairs with Marie, the very large bodyguard of the Grevin. And the slender man with the grey beard goes up to the bar and orders a drink, heavy liquor, and sort of stands leaning on the bar with it. And Marie calls over to Bruno, "Bruno, bed, now!" And Bruno again gets up, shoulders slouched, begins to make his way upstairs. And that's the lay of the land at the moment, Astrid. It's pretty much Dietrich, servers, the innkeeper, and the slender man with a pointed grey beard.
Can we kind of huddle together and break down what each of us was able to see?
Sure.
Fisk kind of drunkenly motions to the other two.
Astrid pulls in closer to Fisk.
The couple, the couple groping and touching and kissing and too much. They were. I overheard them talking. They're might be part of a scandal. Not quite sure the details, but the man was going to pay off one of the Grevin's servants in order to for him not to spread or for her not to spread around who the woman he was sleeping with was. So I think he has something to hide, but I highly doubt he's the assassin.
Or he could have paid someone to eliminate someone and was just really shit at directing who to poison.
Yeah, he paid one of the Gravine servants that went upstairs, not one of the servants of the inn establishment.
Do you think you
Okay.
could recognize the servant if you saw her again?
Yes.
What were you going to say, Dietrich?
And then he hiccups.
Yeah, I noticed. Oh, one of the monks was poisoned, so I think we need to make sure that the guards are still awake upstairs.
Should we let Marie know?
Maybe. How about you, Fisk?
Go upstairs and tell them.
Yeah.
Or
and also
check.
just keep an eye. Just keep it like a lookout.
Okay, sure. Sounds like a plan, he says, and he stumbles off towards the stairs. Is Marie still downstairs?
No, she's gone back upstairs. She escorted Bruno back up after telling him off.
Then I'll follow them.
The man with the pointed beard. Has he imbibed any alcohol yet?
He's slowly sipping on a glass of liquor.
Trick, I think we should let him know that consuming alcohol might not be safe. Fisk said that, and you said that someone was poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Would the man with the gray pointed beard respond any if Astrid waved him over or came over to him?
You tell me what you'd like to do.
Astrid would kind of give a hurried gesture, like the 2-finger come here motion. And if the man doesn't move up to move towards her, she'll kind of hurriedly scoot towards him.
He seems worried. He seems full of contemplation about something, and he wouldn't notice you waving him over, Astrid.
Well, Astrid will approach, probably not too subtly.
He looks up as you approach and notices you. Oh, hello. You are You're one of the people helping the Grevin.
Yes, it's Astrid Johannes Bauken von Strauss. Or just Astrid. You might not want to drink that.
Oh, right. Okay. He slides it away. Well, perhaps you and I could discuss a matter I could use some help with.
If now is the appropriate time, if you wish, sir.
I was involved in an organization long time ago, back in university in Nuln. The 3 scholars that came in are part of that group, and they're trying to blackmail me because I was in the group, and now they want me to do something for them, and I don't want to do it. Could you take care of them?
Do you want us to kill them?
I didn't say kill them. I said take care of them.
How long do you want them to be out of action?
Permanently.
So kill them.
Well, okay. One of them's already gone. He's stuffed in the closet upstairs in the hallway.
Oh, are you the one trying to poison them?
No, he came to my room and I smacked him on the head, and then before I knew it, he was dead. I waited till the guards were changing, and then I shoved him in a cupboard.
Oh. Well, sir, if you desire it, then I think I can convince my friends to help you, if it will help the Grindine.
Excellent. I will make sure you are compensated.
Thank you.
Now we're the assassins.
I thought you were all about like law and order.
I had a character, Astrid, is just kind of going along with her social better. Whether she'll act on this or not is remains to be seen. But Astrid will politely ask if a man can get word to Grindine or her close bodyguards that someone might be poisoned. Or is poisoned. On good word.
Yes. I'll take care of that right now. But you can take care of these men, right? These 2 men.
Yes. What time frame do you want them taking care of him?
As soon as you can. And if they say anything about weird cults or anything like that, it's a bunch of bollocks. Don't listen to them.
Holds? You're in service to the Grindine, correct, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best to assess the situation, sir.
Thank you. I didn't know the organization they were when I joined in university. I didn't get that far into it. I have no idea. And now they're trying to pull me in, and I won't fucking have it.
Yes, sir. I can't offer any advice in that situation.
Okay. I'll go and let Marie and the Grevin know about the poison. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Please let them know. And don't let any of the others drink alcohol. Please.
Okay. Well, perhaps we should let the innkeeper know.
If I'm not mistaken, my associate, and she gestures kind of back to where Dietrich is standing, may have given a request similar, but I don't know if things got lost in translation.
Is there someone here we could test the ale on that, it wouldn't be that much of a problem if they were to drink it and there was something wrong?
Will I get in trouble?
Well, I won't tell anyone if you don't tell anyone about the body in the closet upstairs.
Christ.
This is slowly turning into a farce.
There's an agitator against the Empire in an upstairs room.
Really?
Amphibians. I mean, they're pagans, you see. They're not a Sigmarite or an Ulrichian. And undesirables.
Look, perhaps we can deliver them drinks. Or on the
I
house.
think that's wise.
Yes.
Okay. I yield to your knowledge in this, sir.
Wait, do Maureen's drink?
Now we're
I'm
killing
out
the
of-
Morians.
I'm out of my area of expertise, sir. I'm in service to the Grindine, and
What about that very drunk Riverwarden that was here earlier? I'm sure he'd drink some.
what? No. Why? He's a sweet lad. His name's Fisk. Are you talking about our associate?
Oh, he's yours. Oh, I was
Yes.
just joking. Okay. No, I didn't. I was going to give him a drink.
Right. Astrid
Look,
just
I'll leave it with you and your associates. I'll go and speak with the Gravine and let her know what's going on, and I'll leave my other issue in your hands.
right.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Before he can speak, he walks away and goes back upstairs.
All right. Astrid is going to turn around to Dietrich, and I don't know if you could tell from my voice when I was speaking as Astrid, but she doesn't know what the fuck to do. But she'll kind of hustle over to Dietrich and whisper in a tone that she is very certain is low and that no others can overhear what the bearded gentleman said and requested.
Okay. So, just to clarify, somebody from like some kind of cult has come back into his life, and two people from a cult has come back into his life, and he's knocked them both out, and he's looking for somebody to dispose of the bodies.
No, there was 3 scholars. He's killed one, and the other 2 are in their room, and he wants you to take care of them.
He wants us
Okay.
to kill them, but I don't. If he's in service to the Grindine, then he's a lawful retainer and subject. And I think it
Of
would
course,
be
lawful
moral.
retainers and subjects often ask for random people to murder others.
Well, he's my social better. I presume he knows more than me. It's the right and proper
Wait.
thing to do.
Oh.
Well, proper.
Dietrich slowly realizes that Astrid might have a slight inferiority complex. Okay, was he offering money?
Oh God.
Compensation. Wait, weren't you just object to carrying out his request?
Look, money is often a sign of how important a certain thing is.
Right.
So if somebody's willing to... So if there's enough money, it means that it's a very important job, and certain things like laws need to take a back seat.
So, money for you, and then service to the Grindine and the Empire for me.
Well, the Empire runs on money, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes letting the money flow through you is a service in itself to the Empire.
See where you're coming from.
By this point, I've taken like Astrid's shoulder, and as I'm whispering these things quietly to her, I'm like, do you remember Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith?
Oh my goodness.
But first, we need to figure out who's doing the poisoning.
That's probably a sensible idea.
Okay, I head
And
over
he
to
said
the.
he'd notify the Grindine too.
Yeah, I head over to the servant who gave the flask, or who gave the alcohol.
And Astrid joins Fisk, contemplating what the hell just happened.
Okay, the server stands at the end of the bar, just cleaning up as the bar seems to be emptying out a bit. As you approach Dietrich, the innkeeper announces to the rest of the bar, which is basically Astrid and Fisk, other than you, "If you are to use the privy, please go now. I'll be locking the doors for the evening until early morning very soon."
Okay. As I head up, I ask, Did you serve Bruno? The big guy.
Oh, yes, my lord. You mean the big fella?
Yeah. Will you
Oh,
serve
yeah. I was serving him for most of the evening, my lord.
Okay. There was this one of the flagons you gave. It just knocked somebody. It's just knocked somebody out. I make a slight gesture to my robes. Like I'm not an expert in physics, or physicians, but that flagon you gave was had something wrong with it. Do you know where's the cask?
Oh, the cask, my lord. It's just round the edge of the bar here. You sure he didn't just have too much to drink?
No, I'm sure.
How?
It was only a second drink by the accounts of the other boatmen, which was mentioned in your company.
Yep.
I make a gesture to the ale, and I point to a wisp or something. Like you see this here?
Yes.
Like when ale has this, it can actually be quite dangerous.
Oh. I didn't do anything.
Out of character, I'm looking at her to see if she's if she's nervous or suspicious looking about this.
She is nervous at this point. You can tell visibly without making a test.
Okay. Can show me this flask that this came from. The keg this came from.
Yeah, no, of course.
She steps a few steps behind the bar, and there's a bunch of casks there. The innkeeper, he glances over, but he turns his attention away again, and she shows you the cask.
Okay. Let me just quickly take a look at. Should I quickly take a look at this? I say as I bend over it and examine it.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for, or you're just examining the structure of the cask?
Well, as I'm bending over, I'm also going to cast the same spell again to see if the cask is poisoned.
Okay, what I'll do is then, I'm going to roll for her perception.
Okay.
You have to get a 0 to successfully cast that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will roll her perception. You got to roll more successes to hide it.
All right. Let's. Okay, I'm gonna have to fortune and re-roll that. Okay, I rolled a 4.
Oh, holy shit! So I need to roll a 4. And even then, what's your magic language at?
55.
Oh, okay, my perception is 34, so I can't possibly win. Okay, you successfully cast it.
Okay. Is it poison then?
No.
Okay. I make a good show of like examining it, and like taking a drop from like the keg, and sniffing it. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be a problem. Do you know how this got poisoned? I say.
It wasn't me.
Okay. Who was it then?
Well, one of the Gravin's servants, she come over and she said she was adding something to the ale to put Bruno to bed. I didn't think anything of it, but I guess maybe she put it in. Maybe it was the wrong one. I'll give to someone else.
Okay. Can you describe the Gravin servant to me?
I'm sorry. I don't. I was in such a rush. I can't remember what she looked like. I'm not lying to you.
I look sympathetic, and I look sympathetic as I take her hand. You do know this could be quite serious.
Do you want to make a?
Let me help you remember. Or let me help you.
Do you want to make a sort of persuasion, intimidation? What are you thinking?
It's probably like persuasion.
Okay, if you make that, I'll make a challenging. I'll say average because she's already worked up, and I'll give myself -10 on cool test.
Okay. All right. So it's +10 then?
+20 for you.
Okay, so I got 1 success level. Two success levels.
Ooh, I got.
Oh no, 1.
Okay, I got 2 success levels. No, because I'm -20. Shit. Okay, I got
2 success
0
levels.
success
Your
levels.
language gem.
Oh no, it's -10. One success level I got. So sorry, what did you get, Quincy?
I got 1 success level.
Oh shit. Okay, so mine is a 43.
My fellowships are 33.
Okay, so I think, yeah. So she manages to keep her cool over it. You don't intimidate her, but she slowly pulls her hand away and she says, "Look, I'm telling you, I didn't do anything. It was someone come over and they give something to the drink, and I didn't think anything of it because they've been going around. They do what they want this evening. The innkeeper he told us we let them do what they want."
Well, what's your name again?
Anna.
Anna? Well, Anna, you've been very helpful.
Please don't get me in trouble.
I'll try very hard to make sure that you won't be. Okay, so Fisk did see saw the servant, right?
I saw the servant that he saw the servant that offered to that tried to extort one of the people upstairs, like one of the couple, the man.
The
But
cross-dressing knob.
yeah, so that might be a different person.
Okay.
But I saw a shady servant for sure.
Okay. Anna, before I leave, just to check, the servant was female, right?
Yes.
Did you just out of character? Did Fisk describe to me what the servant looked like?
Yeah, we could say that he did. He was definitely trying to tell you everything about the interaction, and
Okay.
it was definitely a woman.
Okay. I described back to her what I heard from Fisk. Does that match the description? Or from what you saw?
No, it was. It didn't look like that. I don't think. It doesn't sound like her. I can't remember.
Was she tall or small?
Oh, she's pretty small because I remember she come up next to me and she reached up to the bar.
Okay. Like light hair or dark complexion?
I can't remember. I think it was light.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Anna. I pat her on the shoulder reassuringly. And I leave.
Did Astrid and Fisk see Dietrich go over to Anna?
I think Fisk is upstairs trying to talk to the guards.
Oh shit! I typed the wrong thing into the Discord then. Well, then Astrid would have seen Dietrich, right? Hello?
What did he say?
Sorry, is the volume on my mic low?
No, you're
No,
good.
you're good.
Did Astrid see Dietrich go walk over to Anna?
Yeah, he should have. I think Dietrich mentioned something about walking over to Anna.
Oh.
Let's
Well,
before we go on, let's cut to Jahn. I was just going to mention, what are you doing upstairs?
yeah, just getting so enthralled listening, I forgot I was actually in the story. Yeah, I suppose it's time to go down for a drink.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fun.
Fisk,
Let's go downstairs and get a drink.
As Jahn walks by you in the hallway, what are you discussing with the guards?
First, I wanted to make sure that they were awake, and I wanted to tell them, careful what you give to the Gravine. There might be some poisoning going on around here.
Oh, thanks for the heads up, mate.
And watch it yourselves. Knocked a man out. His second drink, he collapsed right in front of me. Saw it with my own eyes.
You might want to tell your mate there then.
As Jahn stumbles past down the hallway, Fisk.
Boy, I sure am thirsty.
All right. Fisk hurries after Jahn. Careful, man. Dietrich is tested one of the drinks downstairs, and we think there might be a poisoning afoot.
What, they're poison or something?
Yeah, poisoning the mead or the ale.
Oh, bollocks. What am I supposed to drink now? Actually, wait. Isn't the Graf worried about some assassin coming to kill her? What's she been drinking?
I'm not sure. I just warned the guards. Hopefully, they haven't gotten to her yet.
Ooh,
I thought we'd warned her not to. I thought she had like tasters.
I think someone better go up and tell her.
Haven't we already?
Oh wait, didn't she say not to disturb her?
I told the guards, and they should pass on the message. Unless you think we should tell her personally.
No. Best we not connect ourselves to her too closely. I think we should go round the kitchens and try and find someone out of place, some kind of a sneak thief or something.
All right, let's go. I think we'll go back downstairs.
Where you see Dietrich and Astrid loitering suspiciously. Or not.
Okay, so what do I see in the kitchen? As I'm just gonna, if the barman's there, I'm just gonna kind of barge my way past.
Okay, so as you're coming down the stairs, Fisk and Jahn, Astrid and Dietrich in the bar area, the innkeeper's locked the front door, and you hear the doors rattle, and then you hear a thunderous banging on the door. Bang, bang, bang! And the innkeeper announces, "We are closed!" And a voice on the other side of the door responds, "Then I'll break the fucking door down! Open up!"
Oh dear.
Do you want to continue to the kitchen, Fisk and Jahn?
Well, no, this sounds more interesting. I guess I'll go listen in. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, Fisk puts his hand on his sword and kind of approaches Astrid and Dietrich, I should specify. Get everyone together.
Yep. Astrid gives a curt nod of recognition and has her hand on her sword as well.
The innkeeper looks at all of you and asks, "Should I open the door, or what do you think?"
You have, well
ask who is it?
Yeah.
"Who is it?" And the voice responds, "It's Thomas Bramhandler, and I'm here for that lecturer's prick who stole my fucking wife."
Oh shit.
Do we know a Mr. Lecturer's prick?
I think we might.
Cross-dressing knob. Fisk mentioned something about him, right?
Right, there's a man upstairs with a woman. Something about a scandal. I didn't hear the specifics, but something that he'd be willing to pay to keep quiet.
And I also saw them leave out of a boat, rolling up to the tavern, and it was very suspicious. Maybe we shouldn't let the man in. The Grindine is of higher rank, right? We can do that, right?
There's more banging on the door of the inn. You can hear Thomas banging on the door, and then several other fists begin to accompany it. Bang, 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 bang at the door, and then it stops, and you hear him shout again, "Let me in, or we'll break this fucking thing down."
Who's with you?
Big ugly bastards who are gonna break this fucking door down and fuck that Frederick von Prefrenia in the bloody face.
Seems reasonable.
Sounds like we're gonna have a murder one way or another. I'll tell you what. You know who he's talking about, right? You better go warn him. We don't want him storming here, swords drawn, and stabbing the man to death. God, imagine if a murder happened under this roof. We'd be in some trouble. Quick, you go warn him, and I'll talk to him. He deserves at least a chance to get his boots on.
It seems fair. I have no qualms with it.
I'm pissing on your door. I'm pissing all over it. Open! Open!
Astrid's moving away from the door, just in case anything seeps in.
Yeah, and while they go to warn the gentleman, I'll motion for the barkeep to open the door a bit.
I'm not opening that door. The man's insane. He sounds drunk off his face.
So who's going up to Frederick von Fufraucher?
Fufraucher.
Fisk would be willing to.
Yeah, Astrid as well.
Okay. So, okay, you guys go upstairs while Jahn is handling things in the bar room. Jahn, how are you managing the situation with Dietrich?
Well, I'm just going to impose myself in the door. Say, "Good sir, are you quite all right storming in here at this time of night? Why are you even here? What are you even talking about? You're raving like a madman. Explain it to us."
I'm filled with rage. Furious rage, fueled by love. The whore of a wife is here with that lecherous prick. On in. I want justice. I have my whip. I'm going to beat the fucking man.
Your whip? Don't you need... What if he defends himself with an actual weapon? What will you do? Shouldn't you have a proper sword?
I've got these 3 men with me. They're going to beat him up. I'm going to whip the fuck out of him.
Are there 3 men behind him?
They're here. Oh, right. You're through the door. Well, they're next to me.
Are there actually men with him, or is he just...
I mean, you could go to one of the windows and try to get a look, but it's an awkward angle with the door.
Well, could I like lean out past him and like look around?
Are you going to open the door?
Yeah, I want to open the door and to like talk to him.
Okay, as soon as you begin to open the door,
just like impose myself in the door so I can actually talk to him.
Okay, as you do that, 4 men try and push the door open. Do you want to make a strength test?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. I'm going to give myself plus 30 for the 3 men helping.
Rest in peace, Jahn.
Ooh!
Holy shit, Jahn.
That's
What's
5
your
successes.
strength? I got to look up mine.
I've got 40 strength, and if it's an opposed strength test, I get plus 1 SL on a success due to strong back.
Yeah,
That's
you've
5
won.
successes.
Holy shit. These 4 men shove at the door, and Jahn, you just push it back, like, get the fuck out.
Every session, Jahn does something like legendarily badass. I swear.
It's just the villager. For some reason, he's like the villager class is all about strength and strong backs. He's built like an ogre.
There are 3 men with him, Jahn, and you've managed to push them all back.
Oh, you weren't bloody joking about them, gentlemen. So, I thought a man like you would have hired real warriors.
Yeah, I mean, warriors. They've got swords and everything.
Well, it'd explain how you got here at this time. Do you at least have a coach?
I've got my boat.
Yeah, you can see that they're. Oh no, you wouldn't at the front, but he points towards the back.
We came in the canal. And I'm not leaving without my wife.
Well, either way, you're going to have to stay the night. You know how perilous it is to travel at this time? Who knows what? We got attacked by mutants on the way here. Who knows what kind of river horrors are just waiting for you out there?
I will not stay here another moment. I want my wife.
Fisk, Astrid, how are you guys getting on upstairs?
Fisk is staggering a little bit and leans on Astrid, but I believe Astrid knows which door the guy came out of, based on the previous
yes.
interaction.
Yeah, the door he came out of, and then dressed in the silk robe. So yeah, Astrid would know, and she's gently guiding Fisk along whenever he's not able to like walk in a straight direction or anything.
Right.
When the two of us reach the door, is it locked? Open? Do we hear the sounds of a midnight tryst going on?
You hear some giggling through the door. Loud giggling.
Male giggling or female giggling?
Both.
Both.
Fisk, should we just kick the door down?
I don't know if I want to see what they're getting up to in there. Maybe we should just knock.
Oh, we can knock with emphasis.
Right. Fisk slams his fist on the door 3 times.
The door opens abruptly. You see the man's grinning face through the door and the woman under the sheets on the bed behind him.
Oh, we have more company.
Yeah, her husband.
Your chickens have come home to roost, man. There's 5 men downstairs wanting your head on a platter.
Oh, fuck.
He turns and immediately begins to get his clothes on. The woman begins protesting with him.
Frederick, where are you going?
He says, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He begins to put his clothes on. And once he's dressed, unless Fisk and Astrid stop him, he begins to open the window of the bedroom.
Sir, you know we're on the 2nd story, right?
I'd rather 2 stories than getting beaten the fuck out of.
But if you break your legs, you're gonna still get beat up.
Fuck. Well,
That's what
quickly,
you're
help me get the mattress. We'll throw it out the window. I'll jump on it.
I'm not.
The woman's protesting. She's on the sheets. And she says, Frederick, you can't just leave me here. Just get off the fucking bed. He begins to grab at the mattress and he looks over at Astrid and Fisk and asks, are you going to help me?
This is Reikland stuff. Is this I mean, do we help the good sir?
Fisk curses in Norse and says, why not? Let's help the guy. Let's help the poor bastard.
Alright. I don't think Frederick would protest too much if Astrid just politely lifted the girl up on her shoulder and dumped her on the floor. Gently, but dumped her.
She looks very betrayed and she's trying to grasp at her own clothing from under the sheets.
Fisk will help the man haul the mattress to the window.
Is the window even large enough for the mattress?
You
That's
have
a
to
good
squeeze it and fold it a bit to try and get it out. But he's really he's frantically shoving this thing. And despite you being quite strong, Fisk and Astrid, he's really giving it some. And as you manage to shove the mattress out the window, he pulls a gold crown from his pocket and hands it over to you, Fisk. Says, "You can't blame me for trying, but see that I get a head start at least."
We will do our best.
You
As you
are
wish,
a good
my lord.
man and a good lady, and I'm sure if you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Turns out farces pay rather well, don't they?
All right. I'm not sure I would, good sir, but I wish you the best.
All right, I'm going to aim for the mattress.
Okay,
All
guys,
right.
on a 50 or less, he hits the mattress. On a 51 or up, he doesn't. Okay, he jumps out the window. You hear crack. Ah!
Astrid is going to look over to the woman that Frederick was adulterating and says to her, "You have really poor taste."
All men are the fucking same.
She storms out of the room now that she's dressed.
Shit.
Well, we got a gold.
Yep.
Fisk looks out the window to see the state of the man down below.
Oh, he's laying in a heap. He's holding his leg. He's just howling. Ah! And as he is, you look over and you see a very large, ugly thug looking around the corner to see what the commotion is.
Ooh, oh dear. I don't know if we want to watch this, Fisk.
Yeah, I think it's time to wash our hands of it. This guy's hosed. Let's go back into the hallway and see if the guards are still at their post.
Yeah, I don't think this is a service to the Grandine in the traditional sense.
No.
Astrid abruptly exits the room.
As you exit, the guards are still there. Jahn, as you're at the front door speaking with Thomas, he's still arguing with you. And then after a few moments, one of the thugs comes and says something. He's right here on the floor. And Thomas says, "All right, I'll leave." And he backs away from the door. And after about 60 seconds, you hear the sound of a whip cracking and a man howling outside the tavern. A few moments later, a hastily dressed woman approaches the door, Jahn, and she says, "Open the door.
At this time of night?
I want outside to see my husband. I want to watch him whip that idiot."
Oh, I suppose I'll come go up too. I'll just say in confusion at this scene. I better go make sure he doesn't murder him. Otherwise you'll both be taken in. Yeah,
Jahn,
I'll go watch.
Yeah, as you head outside, you hear the whipping. As you round the corner with the woman, you see a man with a broken leg laying next to a mattress in disheveled clothing, being whipped on his bare ass by a very angry drunk man. And as you reach the corner and you see him in great pain, the woman calls out,
"Thomas, that's enough."
and he stops whipping and he looks around and he says,
"You betrayed me." She says, "Oh, don't be stupid. You know why." He says, "Fine. Let's go home."
and as he does, he swings around and whips one more time against Frederick. And then him, the thugs, and the lady all begin to make their way down to the boat. And the man is left there, bare ass, bloodied from being whipped, a broken leg, laying next to a mattress, just groaning.
I suppose I'll wrap my arm around him and pick him up and drag him back inside. Or rather just carry him back inside.
It's very kind of you, John. You bring him back inside. The innkeeper locks up the front door. Astrid and Fisk, what are you up to with the guards?
Are the guards still at their posts?
Actually, wait, hold on. Before you lock the door, I'll get the mattress too, and I'll lay him on it in the middle of the bar.
Oh.
He can stay there for now. As he recovers.
Astrid and Fisk, what are you guys up to?
I think Fisk was asking if the guards are still at their stations.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that the guards are still at their posts and that there's no dead bodies in front of her room.
Excellent. We'll end this session with the guards standing there, and from behind them, a loud scream erupts down the hallway, and you hear someone scream, "Bruno's dead!" And we'll end it there this session.
Bruno's dead.
Knights of the Braille are groups of blind, visually impaired and sighted tabletop role-playing game enthusiasts. We have accessible materials, groups and community online. For more information, please visit knightsofthebraille.com. Follow us on Twitter @BrailleKnight or email us knightsofthebraille@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.